Welcome back, student. Today we are going to do chapter 2, Lost Spring, and hopefully we will be able to complete this story within 4 parts. So we are going to start today from our part 1, and the Lost Spring story is about stories of, I hope you all have read this in your book. It is a story of stolen childhood. This is the reason the name of the chapter is Lost Spring, stolen childhood. Okay, so the childhood time when we enjoy a lot, when we make a lot of friends, study and learn a new experience, learn how to grown up and everything. Very important time period. So here this childhood period is considered to be as spring time. Okay, and this childhood period is taken away from some of the children, stolen childhood. So whose childhood has been stolen, that we are going to read. So the name of the author is Enis Jung, and in this chapter 2 we are going to read 2 stories. So very first story, sometimes I find a rupee in a garbage. So let's start the reading from the very first line. Why do you do this? I asked Sahib. So I here is author and Sahib is our main leading character of the very first part of the story. Sometimes I find a rupee in a garbage. Why do you do this? Here the author is asking this from Sahib. Why do you do this kind of work or this thing? Why do you do this? This is not clear what she is asking. Whom I encounter every morning. So here author encounter sees Sahib every morning scrounging for gold. So what is the meaning of scrounging? Scrounging word is there in your book, everyone. Please underline and write down the meaning. Scrounging word is searching. Searching for gold. So here Sahib is a boy who used to search something or in the morning. Who used to search something in the morning. And what he used to search? That is mentioned as gold. Here gold refers to that 1 rupee coin, or you can say 10 rupee coin, or sometime rupees. Fine, sometime I find a rupee. So rupee here refers to your gold. Fine. So here author is saying that I generally meet Sahib every day in the morning, and he used to search some gold where? In the garbage. So he is a rag picker. Who is he? Sahib is a rag picker, and in the garbage he generally used to search some 1 rupee coin or some 10 rupee note, something like that. In the garbage dump of my neighborhood. So wherever he finds any dumps of garbage, he generally visit there. Sahib generally go there, and here author finds Sahib early in the morning. Generally rag pickers comes early in morning. Sahib left his home long ago. Now there is a brief history given from the author side. Sahib left his home long ago, set amidst the green fields of Dhaka. He used to live nearby the green fields of Dhaka. His home is not even a distant memory. He doesn't even know anything particular about that place now. He has forgotten almost everything. There were many storms that swept away their field and homes. His mother tells him. His mother tells him that we have left that place because now it was harder for them to survive there. That is why they left there, and now they are looking for golds in the big city where now he lives currently. Now here it is his job, it is his work that every morning he scrounge or he search some gold in the garbage. I have nothing else to do, he mutters. Now why he give this answer? Because in the very starting the author asked, what do you do? Why do you do this? The author asked, why do you do this? And he said, I have nothing else to do. That is the reason I do this job. Fine, go to school. I say glibly. Glibly is thoughtlessly. Glibly. Glibly is thoughtlessly, without thinking. For a single second, the author said that, why don't you go to school? Go to school. The author said this thing to Sahib, that you should go to school. And after speaking this line, the author realized how hollow the advice must sound. The author realized, oh, this is the very bad advice I have given to him. Why it is so? Maybe he is so poor. That is the reason he is a rat picker. And maybe there is no school facility nearby in the area, or he can't afford it. So how he can go to school? Every children wants to go to school during their childhood period time so that they can make new friends. They can learn everything, something new each day. But the condition of Sahib is little different as compared to you children, as compared to other children, because we get the normal facilities provided from our parents' side. Now the author said that go to school instead of doing this work, you can go to school. And suddenly the author realized, oh, I should not say this thing. This is something wrong. There is no school in my neighborhood. When they build one, I will go. Now Sahib said that in my neighborhood there is no school where I can go. When there will be one, I will definitely go. Now what our author said, if I start a school, will you come? The author asked this thing, if I am going to commence a school, will you come? I asked half jokingly. At that time the author was laughing too. Yes, he says, smiling broadly, smile ear to ear. So he said that yes, for sure I will come. A few days later, I see him running up to me. Now a few days later, the author may be standing somewhere and she saw that the leading character of the story, Sahib, he was coming towards her. Is your school ready? And he asked a question, is your school ready? Because she said that I am going to start a school, I am going to commence a school, build up a new one. So he was very excited. He was waiting for that school to be built up fastly so that he can too join. So he said, is your school ready? It takes longer to build a school, I say, embarrassed at having made a promise that was not meant. But promises like mine abound in every corner of his bleak world. Abound is exist in every corner. Abound is exist. So she felt very sad when she came to know that Sahib was waiting for that school to start so that he can also join. So she felt very sad that I have made a kind of a promise which can't be true in future. Fine, this is a bleak promise, empty one, and this promise doesn't mean anything. So she felt very embarrassed at the time. And what else she has mentioned? But promises like mine are existing in this bleak world, in this dark world, everywhere. Fine. After months of knowing him, now author is observing Sahib from the last so many days. Months have been passed. I asked him his name. Very important question. Now author has asked the name of this boy. Earlier in the starting, she has even told us the name of the boy is Sahib. But now he is going to tell that what is his full name. So we are going to underline. She said, what is your name? And he said, my name is Sahib. What he said? Sahib-e-Alam. Sahib-e-Alam. He said, my name is Sahib-e-Alam. He announces. He doesn't even know what does it mean. The meaning of Sahib-e-Alam is Lord of the Universe. He doesn't know what it means. If he knew it meaning, the author is saying, if Sahib will come to know the meaning of his name, then it will take a longer time period for him to realize it, to believe on it. The meaning of his name is Lord of Universe. How can a red picker can be a Lord of Universe? Lord of Universe. Okay. So we will get this question. What is his full name? His full name is Sahib-e-Alam. What does it mean? It means is Lord of Universe, and he is going to take a lot period of time to properly understand the meaning of that. He would have a hard time believing it. Unaware of what his name represent. He doesn't even know that what his name represent. He roams the street with his friend. He generally in the morning, he generally roams the street with his friends, and it is called an army of barefoot boys because they hardly wear slippers. So barefoot boys who appear like the morning birds. In the morning only we see the rag pickers and disappear at noon. Over the month, I have come to recognize each of them. Each of them is that army of barefoot boys. So earlier she was aware of only Sahib. Now she has come to know the name of the other boys also who was in the team. Why aren't you wearing chappals? I asked one. Author asks one of them, why don't you wear chappals? So there are number of excuses now the boys are going to give. That also we are going to underline. This question never ever come in the board exam, but this is a nice one. So we are going to underline. My mother did not bring them down from the shelf. He answers simply. One of the boys said that my mother did not bring them down from the shelf. Even if she did, he will throw them away. Another boy adds the thing. Another boy said that even if his mother is going to bring that shoes down or that slippers down from the shelf, he is not going to wear that. He is going to throw them away. Who is wearing shoes that do not match? Now, the shoes that one boy was having was not the same pair. When I comment on it, he shuffles his feet. He was standing like this and he shuffles his feet. One leg behind the another one. He shuffles his feet and says nothing. And what he said? I want shoes, says a third boy. First boy said, my mother did not bring them down. Second boy said, if his mother is going to, then also he is not going to wear that. Third boy says that I want shoes. Who has never owned a pair all his life. He hasn't got a pair of shoes in his life. Traveling across the country, I have seen children walking barefoot in cities, on village road. It is not lack of money, but a tradition to stay barefoot is one of the explanation. 3 explanations are clear. The 4th explanation is that it is the tradition of ours. We generally stay barefoot. We don't wear slippers. I wonder if this is only an excuse to explain away a perpetual state of poverty. Perpetual is never ending. Let me write down for you. Perpetual is it's A. It's never ending. Never ending state of poverty. Even though years pass on, their state is going to be the same. They were poor, they are going to be remain poor. Nothing is going to change. The rag pickers are going to be the rag pickers only because the parents can't provide them anything and they can't earn anything by themselves. So this is the very first part. Some of the paragraphs we have covered today. In this story only, we are having one new story also in which the author is going to explain us how a boy was aspiring something, wanting something, desiring something in the starting, and later on how he got that thing or whether he had got that thing or not. So we are going to read one more story within this only. Till now we have covered the starting few paragraphs of Lost Spring, in which we come to know the very first character is Sahib, whose full name is Sahib-e-Alam, meaning is Lord of Universe. He doesn't know the meaning of his own name. If he will come to know, then it would be very difficult for him to believe that. And here the author is discussing about the stolen childhood. So the boy about whom she is discussing is Sahib. Okay, so we have read the very first important question, and second one more question, that why don't they wear the slippers or chappals, and different reasons given by the boys' side. I hope till now it is clear and you have enjoyed the very starting of the story too. So let's meet in our next part. If you consider that you have learned something today, then you can like and subscribe. Thank you.